Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drawing Letters with Tasha. This is my first time streaming, so bear with me. Okay, testing all of this. And hello, everybody. Welcome to Drawing Letters with Tasha. And you're gonna see it as I come back here. Okay, was doing that to test. Okay. This is my first time streaming, so bear with me. Okay, testing. We're going to work
Hello,
on
everybody.
Welcome
A font design
to
that I'm doing.
Drawing Letters with Tasha.
And you're gonna see it. Okay. I hope that's not gonna be annoying. I wanted to play it on the YouTube so that but maybe I should pause it if this is gonna interrupt with me talking. Still working out all the kinks. Okay. Anyway, so today we're gonna work on this font that I'm designing. I've got lowercase and I've got capitals. And we're still in the sketching phase, as you can see. And this is the first font I've actually designed. It's been a goal of mine for a while, and right now. Babe, I did.
No, I'm saying Lilith. I know you did,
babe. Okay. Sorry. Guests are leaving the house. And so basically the story behind this is I'm really excited to finally have an opportunity to design my own. I felt like a good opportunity to design my own font for this. Working on some name signs made out of wood for my in-laws, and I had these other sketches I was working on, right? And they're all like kind of they're consistent, but it's like I was flipping between so many different pieces and I was like, well, how do I make sure they're consistent? Oh. And then with some help from friends, I was like, oh, maybe it's worth designing my own font. It might make it take a little longer. And the goal is still to get this done soon. So that's the only, I'm feeling a little bit of pressure on it, but that's part of why I'm setting times to go live with you. And yeah. Can I pause this? I can't pause this, can I? Okay. I wanted to go and like remind some people, but it's too late. We're live. So we're gonna get into this. And basically where I'm at is I guess I've had like 1, 2, 3. I love using Adobe Fresco for drawing. Sure, you can do a similar thing in Procreate because you got layers and stuff, but this is why I love digital sketching because it's so easy to just layer. And like, that's like my first sketch, right? So when I'm done, I hide it. When I'm completely done with it, I hide it. When I'm still kind of using it, I just have the opacity low on it like that. And this one, I guess, is basically done. I do need to finish this ampersand. But, okay, so yeah, okay, we'll just turn that one off. So then this is my current sketch that I'm working on. And, all right, text does show up as a different layer. Makes sense. Okay. And we're basically at a good spot because I think I'm gonna do maybe one more layer of sketch because I'm seeing things like this W that I usually start at the top, but one, you don't always need to. Like, I kind of decided, actually, I think this should, oh, I'm still on this. Basically, we're basically ready to go to another sketch. I guess I do still need to add an ampersand, I'm realizing. And this is also why I love going live with you because someone has ideas that they see as they're looking at this, like, what characters am I missing? Or, what just looks off to your eye? You may not be, you may or may not be a designer, and but everybody can or have some, your design eye is everyone's design eye is at a different level, right? And we all have our strengths, but everybody can kind of see when something looks off, right? You might not be able to like you might not know the terms to know why it's off. You might not know how to fix it, but you can probably see if something looks off. And we all use keyboards, and we all maybe use some punctuation more than others. And we all have our favorite punctuation, or do you? Is that just something I'm making up? Let me know what your favorite punctuation is. And so, yeah, let me know if there's any punctuation that you think I need to make. I always say, no, I need to do an ampersand. It's an important one. Martina Flora would be ashamed that haven't done that yet. I'm just saving it for last. So yeah, basically I'm looking at this. I'm about ready to make a new sketch. So I'm gonna lower the opacity on this and then add a new layer and start kind of sketching. Oh, that's interesting. Where did that come from? Is that on this one? No, I was like, wait. I am like really not sure where that one. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is one, I definitely need to do an ampersand. Two, I think I want to fix that. I think now that we're on sketch layer 4, sketch 4. Sketch 3 was already kind of at this. I want a little slow, like the more sketches you do, the slower it gets because you're kind of fine-tuning details so that digitizing is super easy. And some of you might argue, well, this is digitizing. No, I mean, it is. It would work. I could leave it, but like if I'm designing a font, like I want things to be right a little bit more put together. Apologies. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but I'm a little mucusy today, so if I get sniffly. And so I'm basically just kind of looking at all these and seeing, I'm going to do a quick glance and point out the things that I'm seeing. So this W here, I made you can kind of see it like on the last sketch, I like made that change. And I think I like these being extended here, but I think I'm going to play with this middle one being smaller or shorter. Pardon me, I'm actually gonna change the orientation of this so it might look a little weird, but it'll be easier to draw with. So and hold on, I'm gonna grab some drawing gloves. Mainly just because my hands are, I don't know about you, but it is a warm day. I was just outside for a while. And it's a warm day. So I need something to like, this works with, it's like, I made some drawing gloves. Actually, I just made them from old socks. Fun fact.
Let's go say happy birthday to Lee.
Who?
Petco.
Oh. Sorry, apparently it's my dog's birthday. Oh, left my pencil over here. Pardon my ADD moments. Just getting into it and then I get distracted. Cool. Well, okay. So now we're ready And I'm gonna start by making this a little smaller and keeping these where they are. Maybe a little smaller. I like to make sure they're that. And then actually, probably could have done this here, but one trick is to not work in outlines. So as early as possible, I fill in. Because it also helps me keep weight consistent. See, and like now it avoids this because now I almost want to like redo this. But there. So sometimes I start at the beginning, but for this instance, we started there. What next? Okay. I think that looks better. Maybe they all need to be the same size. That might be one to look up unless someone chimes in. And hold on, I'm just gonna quickly check the YouTube chat. Doesn't look like anyone's on here. Okay, I think I just paused it for me, but I think it's still streaming. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm not really sure why. My face is sideways, so I'm just gonna, you don't mind, I'm just gonna go off video for this. So you can see my pretty logo instead. All right, so what next? I feel like the weight on this A could be a little bit thicker. So let's just start there. Changing. And like, this might be my last one before I move to digitizing. It doesn't need to be like perfect. It just needs to kind of have, you need to be set on your style and consistency and like make sure all the letters are there and still figuring out everything else, I guess, because this is my first one, but that's kind of what I got so far. Oh, I just had a totally ADD moment, but I would like to get back to this. Okay. Sorry, I had to get back to someone. All right, so this bee, I'm gonna say this bee, I feel like is looking pretty good. Let's see. So I'm gonna do the ones I fix first. Let's see, I might adjust that top line. Yeah. Like you want to have the style, right? So like all these corners, I want to make sure are like the way I want them. I say like this is too much work. Just do the things. And if that's you, just gonna say that thing. But like B and D, I want those to be a little more consistent because right now, right, because they're the same, they're just flipped. So that's why dyslexia people hate this. And I definitely do not have dyslexia. I have family that does. It's a thing. And so yeah, the D&D, I think right now they're a little inconsistent. And I do think the V is more on the right track, so we do that and then translate it. And that's the nice thing about digitizing is like when I go to the computer, like this doesn't have to be completely perfect because I can just, I'll show you later, but or I might show you later, depends on timing I am. Oh. And this computer, this iPad's not charging because this outlet got funky. So you don't do your own electrical. Okay. But I'm still gonna do. But yeah, I can, when I go to the computer, I can, each one of these shapes can be its own. So then you can just take that, and put it in like the opposite formation for the D, and like it's less work. So digitizing actually can take far less time than sketching, because sketching is like so important and so fun and also so time consuming. But I do it, while I'm watching TV, or like that's how I get extra time in. I listen to good music. Because I don't have any music on right now. I could put on some Fish. Or you listen to the Hollywood Bowl. Maybe. Or because yeah. They should probably put on music for these things. That would probably make them better. Yeah, if you watch this later and you have thoughts, like, let me know. What kind of music would you like to listen to? Or do you want to just see? I mean, I'll put something on next time. Right now, I kind of don't want another distraction. I'll just take time away from this and we won't get as far. And nobody really wants that. I still don't really like that. Okay, wait, so that's better. This is where actually I'm just gonna like take this off because I've been there. Alright. I'm like trying to do something different. And this number 3 is good because but yeah, like the width needs to be all the same, the corners need to be all the same, like so that when I go, I know where to place the things, and it's just that much easier. To, I know where to place the lines. And okay, stop switching to eraser, please. I'm just gonna, but yeah, we know where this D is supposed to land, so we're just gonna start in this part of the box. Take some time off of this. I don't think that's quite right. Here you go, an estimate. No, wait, no, actually, we're still need that off. The corners, I guess, maybe don't need to be perfect, because, but they need to be close to perfect. The style needs to be there. So let this E. Well, and actually, like, you undo this top part, like this bottom. Yeah, it's like I have these lines and I'm only going by them so much because, so I might need to do some more alignment, but this is why we have this tool, because I'm realizing what maybe this needs to be like all the way up there, right? And then this needs to be, maybe it just needs to be like that. So like, I don't really want to like, well, maybe I put it, it's not really as much of an imposition because you can't do that with all of them, but Don't get too sloppy with this. Um, so, so this might be the most complicated sketch because the way I'm having it laid out right now. So this is why, yeah, I'm learning. I mean, this is the first time I've done this, so I guess I'm learning from this how to do the grid better. Thought this was gonna work out, and then I realized all the ascenders and descenders are, which are, on the B, the stems on the B, the D, the J little curve, the Z curve, the G curve, the Y stem, the Q stem. Then also, like, look at this NLP cute line. Like, what the fuck am I thinking there? Sorry, not made for kids. Okay. Um, okay, well, we did do, so we're gonna do the E. And we're just gonna, this one we'll just draw from the start, because this will also make it easier to draw the E. Man, like, Justin's size. Someone my shoulder's giving me some grief. That doesn't usually happen. Usually my arm that does, but on my shoulder or my hand. Okay. It's fine, but like, oh, and I guess it's why it's because of the P. We'll do the P up there. There's only remove the P up there, and I'm gonna note down. It'll be fine. Okay, so. Oh, again, I don't usually get shoulder. And I did do yoga this morning. I haven't done yoga for a little bit, so. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna have to end early or I'm gonna need to go to a better clock. Sign. Okay. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. Moving on to this F. And what do I got to say about that? I don't know. Nothing new. Uh, want that right? That's the other reason I get really used to the like downside of digital drawing is I get, or at least funny thing, so I get so used to that undo button and being able to like redo lines, and that I find myself when I am drawing with regular pen and paper, like it's almost habitual. I'll like make a mistake and hit go to hit an undo button. Like, oh, right. Which is why it's good for me to still draw by hand sometimes, which you've seen in my shorts. I guess I don't necessarily do it with those because, you know, I might make this one a little bit wider just to make that a little less squished. But I think I might be almost ready once I finish the sketch. So the next time you see me, because I'll probably do these once a week, and I'll obviously do whatever we don't get done today. I'll probably finish in front of the TV this evening, or this music or whatever, but or later this week. But so the next time you see me, I might be on the computer, and because yes, there's an iPad for Illustrator or an Illustrator iPad app, and it's good for some things, and I have digitized lettering using it. You can use a pen tool, like the pen tool still works perfectly fine. There's just just is a different workflow is part of it, and I can, oh, but now I feel like this bottom isn't wide enough, or maybe it's too wide, too offset. Oh, okay, we'll come back to that one and think of that one because maybe that's something to fix in the next sketch. So you just layer rather than trying to fix it now. It's kind of one reason I layer, because I just go through, do the best next iteration I can, and then I look at it at the end and I'm like, okay, what else is there to fix? And I start there. Okay, I'm like, this H. All right. All right, I'm gonna maybe do this H. Yeah, because I was gonna do the M N O down here, the P there. Oh, I guess I do the L. Yes. I think is fine. We'll do the I real quick. That will be more perfect. So I'll do an ellipse. I'll go ahead and do the L. That'll be an easy one. Okay, so now we're left with the G, the H, the J, and the K. Okay, I'm probably still gonna do the G here because it hangs below the G and the J. Alright, and then just got a low power mode. That's what that girl was. Really should be more square, huh? I guess we're gonna the H down below, then maybe that's fine. Yeah, this is really strange for me. Not having music on actually. Like always like go to. I'm always like I have to. It's almost like a necessity. I'm like I have to have music. But it's kind of nice to not um challenge myself to be without. My shoulder hurts because of these dogs that I've been walking. And trying to train how to walk better. They pull a lot still. They're small, so they're easy for me to manage. If you know me, you know how tiny I am right now. If you know me now. Put the other side growing up. You'll grow into it. Um, well, I guess I did. I've had some thyroid issues, irregularities. Okay, wait, let's just do this first. I'm like, why does that look so much different? All the times, like maybe music is really what's helpful here because I am struggling with this G. Um, yeah, how's your day? It's happy May 1st. Is this belting? Not yet. Maybe it is. What I was gonna do. I know. I'm bad at being need to know these things better. Try to. No, okay, maybe I'll do this. I'm not like the way like I tried to enlarge it and I should just gone with that and then done this little trick where I select it and transform it because those sticks did not work out the way I wanted to. Okay. I also like how cramped that is. I mean, might be something to fix in another one. So the H and the K I'm gonna do down below, saving room for the P, I guess. That's where I'm struggling because I'm like, okay. Like making it really have those bigger, and so it's like. So you're witnessing me. This is not as easy as I thought it was. Well, I mean, like I said, this is the fourth sketch. You get a little. Usually, it doesn't go quite like this. With like a regular lettering piece, I would just be doing another sketch, and the sketch wouldn't take that long. But it's taking this one's taking a little longer because of the grid issues that I'm running into. Well, let's do a J. Wow, put more pressure on that one apparently. Okay. So then that's the issue I run into because I want to do the H and the K down below, and the P I wanted to do up on this line. So maybe we'll just do the M. I mean, we can always move some letters around, as you saw, so you can always do the K down below and then move it above. Okay. Probably not to the top row, right? We just discovered those new with the B and the D that needs to not be on the top row. But what we can do, this is under so and I'm definitely gonna end this at 2 because I need to get some lunch. I'm not regular eating lunch these days because it's when I do dog walks, but paid dog walks. Okay. Not know. This one is different. This is an H. But what's kind of fun about this is see how pieces deconstruct into different, how letters deconstruct into different shapes. What's really the most fun about it is that, you know, or you may or may not know, I don't know. I like, yeah, for instance, I don't know, the G is just like circle or square and some sticks, right? H is these different sticks. And I need to adjust it briefly based on to smooth things out. You know, like this will probably get smoothed out and get post and digitizing. Might fix that. And I do have to pee again. Okay. Yeah, I'll fix that in the next one. So we'll just do the K. Up here. But, and also it's buying more food on day, like one thing I definitely get, one PMS system I definitely get is increased appetite. And females out here who do the same, get the same symptom, just like eating twice as much food as you might usually, and that's saying a lot for me, 'cause I feel like I need a lot of food already. Maybe less. We did change my thyroid dosage, but oh, it's 2 o'clock and I'm hungry and my iPad is dying. So I'm gonna call this good for now. I obviously could have gotten a lot more done. Maybe, but you got to witness my process and hopefully you learn some things that you can bring into your own process of however you get creative, even if that's some crafty thing where maybe you're adding letters to it, like letter stickers, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe you just have some new perspective on how you think about letters, and that's great. Whatever you got out of this, let me know. I will drop a link to my site in the chat so you can. I would love to see feedback from you. So if this was helpful, if you got something out of it, whatever you got out of it, if you want to see me do this again, please go to the site in the chat and scroll down to the bottom of the page or in the chat bot that I have, fill out the form and leave some feedback. Was this helpful? Would you do this again? If so, if so, or if not, but especially if so, what would help you do it again? Would a different time be better? What's going to be the most helpful? Now, I'll turn my video back on to close out. Yeah, so thank you for being here, and well, I guess no one was actually here, but thanks for watching. Please subscribe if this was helpful to you, and like and subscribe if this was helpful, or if you got anything out of it. And if you really want to be extra helpful, I'd appreciate if you went to the link in the chat and left some feedback on the contact form on the bottom of the homepage of my site. And just let me know what you got out of it and what is most helpful. And if you do this again, would you do this again? And if so, what would help you do it again? If so, or if not, what might help you do this again? What should I improve? Please, your feedback means a lot to me. And if you feel so called, I would really appreciate it. Bye for now. Until next time. I'm gonna go get some food. Be well. You got this. I got you.